All right, what's up? Beer with a Queer episode. It's like 70 something. It's high 70s. It's the high 70s, much like it is here in Florida. It's not the high 70s. It's like 60 something. You're not here for a weather report. Our beer today is Highland Brewing from Asheville, North Carolina. Still, once again, given to me by my brother Steve and his wife Carrie. They've offered a bunch of beers. We're going to keep going through them. This is crisp and dry with herbal and floral aromas from all German hops. It's an independent, family-owned since 1994, Asheville's original craft brewery, Highland Brewing. All right, cool. It's called Pilsner. You know what? They got a lot of beards, but not a lot up here for their creativity. It's called Pilsner. It's golden and crisp, 5.5% alcohol by volume. Let's try it. It's golden crisp. I don't know, it's nice actually. It's not too crisp. It's got a little tiny bit of maltiness, believe it or not. I don't know why you wouldn't believe it. That'd be weird. What a weird thing to lie about. Like you'll get the beer and be like, there's no maltiness in that. Yeah, it's nice. There's a smoothness and then a crisp on the back end. This is a tasty beer. As summer comes closer next week for Florida, get this beer. It is tasty. All right, today will be maybe a quick episode where we're going to learn something. The more you know. We're going to keep doing that because we're going to keep learning, people. Hey, kids, let's learn things. So, we're going to learn the difference between a few words that have been said to the gays over the years. And here's how some of them don't even pertain to us. For instance, the first one is, what is a crossdresser? It's what you think it is. Crossdresser is just anybody who dresses in the opposite sex. For whatever reason, they're called a crossdresser. Fun fact, you may not know, the majority of crossdressers are actually straight men. I don't know, just fun fact for you. And then the next word in the whatever vocabulary today is going to be transvestite. What? Can we still say that? I don't know. Transvestite actually just means crossdresser. They really mean the same thing. It's just somebody who dresses in the opposite sex clothes. They're the same thing. Historically, that's both the definition. It's just one aged out, and then Rocky Horror came out, and then nobody said a hip Transylvanian crossdresser. Do they say cross-dressing transvestite? That seems redundant. I should watch that. All right, so that's cross-dresser, transvestite. Again, a lot of straight people in there. Next, we have a drag queen. What's a drag queen? Any of the first two who puts effort into it. No, that's rude. That's rude to the others. That's not okay. A drag queen is somebody who performs in it. That's what that is. So it's somebody who dresses in the opposite sex and performs. In the 70s, drag queens were called gay transvestites. And then somebody was like, oh, that's too long to say. Too many syllables. So drag is a classic term for dressing in the other opposite sex. It goes back to Shakespeare if you want to be a nerd about it, and probably wrong. Who knows? And then queen is just, what straight people call gay guys. So drag queen, cross-dressing homo. But again, least syllables possible, drag queen. And then some straight people are going to say, well, what's the difference between that and a transgender person? Well, transgender is very different. Transgender is about gender. It's literally in the name. It has nothing to do with how you dress. It is about being born of one gender and associating with the other, so you transition to that other gender. It doesn't matter how you dress. A lot of transgender people cross-dress or dress in the opposite sex to start with to feel more themselves. But the trick on that is, wait for it, people. If you're transgender, you're not dressing in the opposite sex because that's who you really are. And anybody that doesn't think there's scientific fact on that, you're idiots, look it up. There's anyway, MRIs and PET scans that show that the brains are formed differently, and male to female transgender show that the brain's more formed like a woman's brain would be. I don't want to get into that, and leave it in the comments about women's brains aren't different. Whatever. There's facts. Look it up. Scientific research has been done on this decades ago. And then some of you were like, what's a transformer? And a transformer is usually an Autobot or Decepticon, and they're human-like robots who can transform into cars or beasts. Fun fact. You know what is good, though? In reality, a transformer could be transgender and a transvestite. Triple T. There you go, Michael Bay. Shoot that one up your rocket. I don't even know what that means. All right, you know what? That's a quick one. The more you know. We learned a lot today. What's a cross-dresser is just a transvestite in an older term. Transvestite is just somebody who puts on different people's clothes. Drag queen is somebody who puts some effort into it. And make that coin, honey. Those doll hairs. It sounds, when I say gay shit, it doesn't sound gay. Like literally, if I were to say, yes, queen, I just sound like an exhausted guard at Buckingham Palace, just being like, yes, queen. It's bad. Anyway, Beer with a Queer. I don't know if it was a good one. It was this one. All right.